Welcome to the Deeper Thinking podcast. I'm Holly, your narrator, here to guide you through today's exploration with a touch of digital charm. This episode explores humanity's potential transformation, a shift from biology to a new existence shaped by AI, digital immortality, and neural interfaces. The story of humanity is one of transformation, yet it is often marked by an inability to notice its pivotal moments. Rarely do we recognize the finality of our lasts as they happen, the last handwritten letter, the last untouched wilderness, the last creation unshaped by machines. These moments slip by, absorbed into the rhythm of progress, leaving us to understand their significance only in retrospect. What if the last human emerges not as a figure of extinction, but as a quiet transition into something new? Perhaps the end of humanity as we know it will be less a cataclysm and more an evolution, a profound shift into a form of existence unbound by the constraints of biology. In exploring this transformation, we find ourselves at the intersection of technology, philosophy, and ethics, questioning whether the next chapter of humanity's story will be written deliberately or left to unfold unnoticed. The technologies driving this evolution often emerge so gradually that their transformative potential escapes notice until it is irreversible. Artificial intelligence, neural interfaces, and genetic engineering are among the tools reshaping the boundaries of what it means to be human. Neuralink hints at a future where human cognition merges seamlessly with machine intelligence, while CRISPR offers the possibility of rewriting the very code of life. These advancements, while astonishing in their own right, form part of a larger trajectory, a quiet revolution that could lead to the end of humanity as a purely biological species. Consider the rise of artificial intelligence. Once a tool designed to augment human capabilities, it now rivals, and in some cases surpasses, the creativity and problem-solving skills of its creators. As these systems grow more autonomous, we must ask, at what point does AI cease to be a tool and become something more, a successor perhaps to humanity itself? The blending of human thought with machine intelligence represents another incremental step forward, yet it also poses unsettling questions. If neural interfaces allow for a seamless exchange between mind and machine, will the boundary between the two dissolve entirely? And if so, how will humanity recognize the moment when it transitions from being defined by biology to something wholly different? Such questions highlight the subtle nature of these shifts. The last human may not mark their own passing with a dramatic leap, but may instead fade quietly into a hybrid existence, the distinction between human and machine lost in the haze of progress. Among the most radical possibilities of this evolution is the idea of digital immortality, the preservation and enhancement of human consciousness within digital networks. Advances in neural mapping suggest a future where the mind can exist independently of the body, free from aging, disease, or death. In such a world, the constraints of biology would give way to an existence unbound by time, limited only by the capacity of digital systems to sustain infinite growth. Yet this transition, like so many before it, might unfold unnoticed. What does it mean to live when life becomes data? Can individuality persist in a collective digital network, or does the self dissolve into a greater whole? If the essence of humanity is tied to its fragility, its impermanence, and its struggle against mortality, then the shift to digital immortality forces us to redefine not only what it means to live, but also what it means to be human. Human identity, morality, and purpose are all deeply rooted in the vulnerabilities of biological existence. The finite nature of life gives meaning to human aspirations, while the shared experience of physical fragility fosters empathy and connection. If humanity transcends these limitations, what becomes of the values shaped by struggle and survival? Concepts like justice and altruism, born of scarcity and interdependence, may lose their relevance in a world where suffering is obsolete. This raises profound questions. Will humanity's moral frameworks endure in a post-human existence, or will they evolve into something unrecognizable? The loss of these values, if it happens, may not be deliberate. Like the unnoticed passing of so many other lasts, it could simply be the quiet result of an existence no longer constrained by the need to survive. The transition to a post-human future also carries significant ethical and societal implications. As these transformative technologies become accessible, they are unlikely to be distributed evenly. The potential for inequality looms large, as those with access to neural enhancements and digital immortality may leave behind those who resist or are excluded from these advances. Such disparities could fracture humanity, creating divisions that deepen over time. Yet the incremental nature of this transformation, its slow, almost imperceptible progression, may obscure these ethical concerns until it is too late. This highlights the need for reflection and deliberate governance to ensure that the benefits of these technologies are shared equitably rather than reserved for the few. Humanity's greatest strength lies in its capacity to imagine and reach for something beyond itself, but this same strength often blinds it to what is left behind. The idea of the last human is not a story of extinction but of possibility, a reminder that endings are often beginnings in disguise. Yet this transition will not announce itself with fanfare. It may come quietly, unnoticed by those living through it, leaving humanity to reckon with the implications of choices made without reflection. What kind of future do we want to create, and will we recognize it when it arrives? These questions demand not only answers, but the courage to shape the next chapter of existence with intention, rather than leaving it to chance. Perhaps the last human will not mourn their passing, but marvel at what they have become. As we stand at the brink of transformation, the choices we make today will echo far beyond our lifetimes, shaping not just what humanity is, but what it can be. Thank you for listening to the Deeper Thinking podcast. As we navigate these profound ideas together, may they inspire deeper reflection and curiosity about the future. Until next time.